Hello and welcome back again, all of you total legends. Today we're taking a really good look at the Squinted Studios MB-01 Blade Blaster. This is their sort of third-party version of the Evolved Tekkaman Blaster. So there was a lot going on when this was in development. Squinted Studios, their third party, they didn't have the license to make this. So whoever it was either Bandai, Namco, maybe Tatsunoko, whoever owns this, they went looking for him and they found his factory where he was assembling this. So he had to quickly pack up and hide all of his gear, and then so it was delayed quite a while, and then he eventually found somewhere else to hire and assemble it. They did a really piss poor job apparently. There's a lot of complaints about this online. I haven't opened mine yet. The box is just trash. I wish I could tell you more, but since releasing this, the guy from Squinted Studio, he's deleted their official page, he's deleted the official Weibo. Store owners that I know who have bought this are no longer able to contact him or the factory that it was produced in. He's ghosted. He's released this, there's lots of complaints, and the dude's just disappeared. So I'm not filled with confidence. But anyway, enough talking about history, let's get it open. No. 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 Come on. No. All right. Let's try and salvage this thing. Well, there he is, all done and put together. My god, what a sack of shit. Why don't you just release this as a model kit or something and save himself all the hassle? Let me just get rid of this. Now that it's all together, right, it does look cool. It looks like Evolved Tekka. The sculpt, I can't fault the sculpt. I think it looks fantastic. What I will fault now is, okay, the skeleton of it is all die-cast, right? Sounds fantastic. Die-cast skeleton with ratchets, right? The problem is the ratchets were so tight that the first time you moved them, I could hear it all starting to come apart. But now that I've moved the legs twice, the ratchets are just, they're completely dead. So like, I think I got one soft click there, and the rest of it is nothing. And this one is just loose. I didn't think I had an outward motion, it was so tight, but I do. You get a spread to there. With the legs, I can get up to there. If you come out, you can get a little bit further. The problem is that a lot of this armor, so like this top piece of this armor, often hits this sort of crotch area, and it does make the pieces fly off. They're not in there securely. Have a super loose and squeaky upper thigh swivel. That one doesn't even look how that moves. Yeah, we've got a double jointed knee. That looks like arse. Big open gap in there, and you just got this bare chunk of metal, and you get a range of a little over 90 degrees. Down to the foot, this is all metal as well. You get forward that much, back that much, and you get a pivot, which is pretty good both ways. And you do, I'm just going to take that off. I think there's a rotation in there somewhere, but I'm a little bit, the metal inside looks so corroded, I just don't really want to force it too much. I'm going to stand it back up, let's put that back on. So, yeah, I think I'm going to have to go through it. Motherfucker. then I have to go through and super glue a lot of this stuff back on, and that might solve it, or it might snap it. The plastic quality, it has a matte finish to it. It's quite thin. I don't think it would stand up to too much stress, to be honest. So, motherfucker. Other side, the foot is about the same, and that. Oh, there we go. I've got a toe bend on that side as well. Who knew? All right. I have a lower waist swivel, which is loose as fuck. There is a bend in the bottom there that you can't really get. There's a metal bend inside, so like where these sections meet, there's another ab crunch, but you can't do anything with it because all this plastic is just, it's stopping it moving, and if you did move it too much, all this is just going to explode. Up on the shoulder, it's just a push plug, so these are just pushed on, so you get the full 360, which is tight enough. We have a upper bicep swivel, have a double jointed elbow, which just looks awful. Do have shoulder articulation, shoulder armor articulation. You have articulation here for some reason, I don't know why. So this like electroplating paint that they've put on, it's all peeling off because they've painted over the hinge, and look. Other side is the same. We do have just static hands, which are just a push plug in, and we'll cover all the accessories in a sec. I just want to get onto this now that it's assembled. So stand up. Thank you. Onto the head. You probably saw when I was assembling it, the ears are what are holding this head on, and they're really, really loose. So you've got to sort of squeeze the ears while moving it, so we get no up, we get that much down, no up, that much down. You can get about to there and about to there, and this head's starting to come apart already. On the back, we do have these evolved wings that come out the back. They're meant to be detached in the box when you get them, so that's not such a big deal. That one attaches in fine, my other one didn't. They don't articulate or anything. These sort of fins on the back here don't articulate. This butt flap doesn't articulate. The other articulation, or well, not so much articulation, but gimmick, is you can make him Volteca, but these shoulder pads just come off when you try it because it's just this little T slider, and the way that it works is there's just a big hole in the top, so it just keeps popping out. So you've got to sort of slot it back in and then squeeze the shoulder together and pull it up so the shoulder doesn't come apart. So you can get those out, and then you can bring his arms around. And it's the same deal with these. They just come straight off because of that square, and it's just like a T-shaped slider. Try and fit it back in, and you know what? I don't believe that he was chased by Tatsunoko and he had to move factories and that. I think all of his workers just quit out of frustration. Could you imagine being a Chinese worker in a factory getting paid all, having to pump out like 1,000 of these a day, and every time you assemble it, it just explodes? You would kill yourself in the factory just to be rid of it. So that's all it does. It won't stand up. It's just, it's doing the splits. Just this fucking thing. Now, all complaints aside, I will say the pearl looks fantastic. The pearl paint, there's hardly any swirling in this pearl, and the gold on it looks pretty good. And that red, even though it's all up here on the chest and on the head, it does look fantastic. It is a good color palette, and they have done a good job at that on this guy. When it comes to the accessories, it's a bit different, but we'll get to that. But when it comes to, look, I'm trying to think of something good to say about this, but I'm just gonna leave him there. All right, let's check out the accessories quickly. There's one accessory I want to talk about straight away, and it's pretty much the reason why I wanted this. It is the life-size Tekka crystal. This really is all I wanted. It's a bit dirty and dusty because I've had it out for a little bit. This is really all I wanted I would have paid $100 just for this, and I know I shouldn't say that because someone's going to release one now and it's going to be $100. It's just a piece of clear plastic. This is what I wanted. I was so excited to get this until I opened the box. It's warped. The corners are warped. Is this going to focus? The corners are warped. Look. See? I'm thinking maybe I can go a heat gun, and that might fix it. See, look at that. It's got huge scratch all the way through it. More scratches on the other side. Sprue marks, giant sprue marks all over it. For a solid piece of plastic, I don't know how they f*** up so bad. It's just, they've really messed it up. And this is what disappoints me, because that is what I wanted. And we've got his Tekka thing, which is not too bad. It's pretty good. To get him to hold on to his Tekka blade, you just grab the hands and you separate them like that. And then you just wrap them around and tab them back in together. It's not the tightest. But once it's all tabbed in together, he doesn't drop it or anything, but it is pretty loose. And I'm just going to plug that one. Oh my god. Plug that one back in. And he's going to kind of hold it. Now, the other thing that comes with all this fucking shit. The other thing that comes with it is this flight stand. It just tabs in, but it doesn't tab in. It just fucking sits there. And then we also get this tray, which you can tab his leftover hands into like that, and that's meant to tab into the back, but it doesn't. It just sits there. So all of this just kind of sits there. It's crap. Don't buy it. And that's it, guys. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe to my channel. Remember to check out my Facebook for daily news and updates on KO and third-party stuff. Also have Instagram and Twitter, so head over there and take a look. And as always, guys, thank you very much for your time, and thanks for watching.